on top of the world again.
On top of the curling world, Colleen Jones. That is what today is all about at the Canadian Olympic Curling Trials. She loved the bright lights. She loved curling. She loved all of this, and she is going to be missed. 22 years old, she won her first Scotties in Regina. She'd win 5 more. A great curler, a great broadcaster, and a great mom. We will never forget Colleen Jones. Without adding too much emotion to the moment, Rachel, in one of my last conversations with Colleen, she talked about you and how you're elevating the women's game. Some thoughts about that and Colleen tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of emotion for sure. You know, she's one of the greats. It was an emotional moment, you know, seeing her and her loved ones here tonight. You know, I think in one of my very first All-Star events back in the Scotties, a couple of my teammates all made it forward, and then you needed someone to call line for you. And I asked her if she would, and in perfect Colleen style, she was all into every line call at the top of her lungs, and we won a car together. You know, it doesn't matter what she did. She poured her entire soul into everything, coaching, playing, just zest for life. You know, just we were at the Olympics together. She was a journalist. Just so many memories over the years, and you know, someone I looked up to very much. And you know, she officiated at one of my good friends' weddings. She's just, you know, if anybody asked something of her, you know, she just said where and when. Just yeah, there's not enough words to describe you know, what she meant to the sport, what she meant to her friends and family, just in every day. I think you know it best. It's just amazing that she could be, you know, around loved ones straight to the end. It's hard.
Just another one. Colleen wanted to be a great curler, and she wanted to be a great mom, and she juggled all of that. You're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, in this moment, you know, I want it to be about her. You know, she's just inspiring, and, you know, she's started the lead, and we're just trying to live up to that and try and be there for our family and friends and for our kids, and, you know, try and inspire that next generation. I think that she did that. You know, I'm standing here because of it.
Carrie, obviously we're all absorbing the loss of Colleen. What did she mean to you? And you had a great moment down in Nashville on the ice with Cole.
Yeah, it was such an honor and a privilege to be able to have played with her. I believe that was her last game she played, and she was unreal. Like, I'm going to cry. I've always looked up to Colleen, and she's done so much for our sport. And to have been able to play with her is a dream come true. And I loved having interviews with her and you, Devin. She always made me feel so great and so loved. And her smile, I'll never forget it.
Christina, among so many things Colleen was proud of, she was fiercely proud to be Nova Scotian, and she loved wearing the Nova Scotia colors on the world stage, and she made people believe. How much did she make you believe you could be from Nova Scotia and you could be great?
You know what, in 1999, the Scotties was in Charlottetown, so my parents were like, okay, the Scotties are in Charlottetown. I'm obsessed with curling. The Worlds are going to be in St. John. And I was like, oh, I want to go to the Scotties. Like, I love the Scotties. Please let me go. And I was there the whole week and watched them get on this roll, you know, and she hadn't done exceptionally well in a long time. You know, the last time she was in the playoffs was in the 80s, right? So they got on this roll, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like, Team Nova Scotia. And I just got more into it and more into it. I'll never forget watching that final when she won and she fell onto the ice, and just like the joy. It's a moment I've always had, and I was like, I want to have that moment. You know, I just want to have that moment like Colleen, and then I just followed them so much after that, and just I loved them, everything about them, and about her, you know, and just wanted to be like her, and just it made me believe, like, a kid from Nova Scotia, we can be champions. We can do that. You know, we may be small, but we're great. and that's because of her.
At that point, what did Colleen Jones mean to you?
Yeah, do you know what? It's super special because I look back at the 2004 Scotties that she won. It was held in Alberta in Red Deer, and that's kind of one of my first real curling memories is watching her win that. So honestly, she's just an idol, a real Canadian treasure. She's paved the way in so many regards for women's curling. So I'm just really proud and lucky to be walking in the path that she's carved for us.
She loved the game. She was so passionate about the game of curling, and that was always fun to see. And when you saw her out on the ice, the energy and enthusiasm that she had, it was fun. She was spidey and energetic and emotional. She was great fun to watch, and I always cheered for her. And as far as what she's done for the community, she's done a lot. I just know from Atlantic Canada and being so close to where she grew up and where she called home, it meant a lot to me, and I know that people around me that I grew up with playing obviously looked up to her as well.
Kevin, I'm not sure if you've heard the news, but of course the legend Colleen Jones has passed away. We were all together in Pyeongchang. She had a lot of talks with you there and many times throughout your career. Maybe some thoughts on Colleen.
Yeah, no, I just heard, obviously very, very sad news. I mean, she was amazing woman, amazing curler, but, just an amazing person. And yeah, I was fortunate enough to get to do lots of interviews with her and actually just, talk with her, off to the side at the rink. So very sad. Goes down as, I don't know all the records, but one of the best curlers ever, and it's sad news for sure.
Awful news about our friend Colleen Jones. You come from a part of the country where you understand what you mean to people and a place in a way that Colleen did here in her hometown. Some thoughts about our pal Col.
Yeah, Colleen was she was a hero. In the curling world, she 6 Scotties. I remember watching her win, when I was a junior and coming through and wanting to win those championships and be a part of teams that were doing great things. And she did that, and she represented herself and her province and the country so well, and it's something that we admire about her. And then, to get to know her later in life and, just how great she was to the sport and the people around her. I can't say enough about her. It's truly a sad day, and I hope her family is doing okay in terms of everything that's going on around them, and know that there's so much support, and she touched so many lives.
Hi, Brett, Maddie. Hi, Zach.